Be the best episode yet, bro. I really believe that, bro. Whoa. And welcome back to the news. Nah, but what's the call
A
though, bro? We got power rankings
power
going.
rankings outside
This
the
finna get
park.
real, man. Oh
Outside the
yeah,
park.
don't forget the name. Thank you. Come on, yeah. Don't forget the outside
Outside the
the
park
park. The name.
podcast coming to San Francisco, California. We got us three, and we got our top 32 teams that we think is gonna be in the mix for this season. We got them all. We got them all ranked out 1 through 32. All three of us got our own list. We haven't seen them yet, so we're gonna show them to you guys, and we're
Yeah.
gonna reveal them for the first time. We're gonna debate. We're gonna break them down. Let's get right into it. Who we got first out of us three? Honestly, let me share my screen. I could go first.
No, we going.
We going 32-1. This is how we're gonna do it. We're all gonna take our turns. 32-1.
Oh, you gonna name your whole list?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. Y'all gonna do that? I thought we was gonna do like. Fuck it, let's do that. Fuck it.
Wait a minute, I'm trying to share my screen though. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What the fuck is this? What's on here? Nah, I can't even.
Nah, it wasn't loading though.
I don't know. Damn. I
Motherfucker.
was trying to do it. I mean, I could kick it off. I mean, I could go off it right. I have the list right here, but I wanted to be able to see. I wanted y'all to see what's going on. Just a little, some visuals, but shit, this shit don't look like it's working. All right, fuck it. We going from 32-1, and I'll start it off first. I think the lowest team in the NFL as of week 1, preseason standings and going into week 1, I got 32 Chicago Bears. They got a lot of holes to fill. They got their second year, the quarterback entering their second year. They're waiting for him to take the big step. Who knows if they're gonna, sit around, be patient, wait for him to pick up at the NFL pace, but we'll see. But I got the Chicago Bears 32, bottom of the list. At 31, just above them, second to worst team in my opinion going into the season, gonna have to be the Atlanta Falcons. I got the Atlanta Falcons, all right. The new quarterback, their lackluster offensive season last year. They got to switch it up with the new quarterback. Yeah, Mariota's young, but this is his second chance at being a QB1. So I think he's gonna gradually get into it, but I'm not expecting too many big things from Atlanta this season. Next, we got the Washington Commanders at 30. Not much to say on them. New quarterback. They got some young receivers, but for me, it's really just the coaching and the quarterback, in my opinion, that brings them so far down the list. All right, 29, Jacksonville Jaguars.
Time out. Can I stop you right here real quick?
All right.
Where the fuck possibly could the Texans be on your list right now, Ian?
Oh, the Texans? Hey, they're not too bad. Hey, they're almost there. We're almost there.
Yeah. We go. I know. I just want to see where all our, because I think our lists are all going to be extremely different. But go on, Ian. Though.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, what number is this? You remember?
I'm at 29. Jacksonville Jaguars on 29 on my list. Jacksonville Jaguars. They're they got some holes to fill too. They're getting their second year running back. But they got to find their new coach. So to me, I don't think they're gonna be up to par like everyone thinks Trevor Lawrence is. So I got them lower on my list, lower than the Houston Texans, and they're actually not listed. Next 28, I got the New York Giants. I just feel like they haven't done much in the Daniel Jones era, and I think that the Daniel Jones era is gonna come to an end if he doesn't pick it up. And I just got, with all that pressure sitting on his shoulders, like it's literally his career in the fate of his hands. I feel like, it might be too much, and I think they're just gonna go farther and farther down. Don't expect the Daniel Jones era to last forever in New York. That was 28. We're going to 27. We got the Houston Texans. Actually, not too bad. So what did y'all think? Y'all would have had them lower on your list, lower than? I have them 27 on my.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Just spoiler alert. They are number 32 on my list. They are they are the first and last
32.
on my list for surely. Like that's just crazy to me.
That's not too bad. Well, I got the Texans in there. They got a nice running back, a sleeper for fantasy. If you guys are looking for a running back 2 or 3, whatever. Yeah, Damian Pierce, and then they got their quarterback who's not gonna make big names, Davis Mills. Don't expect too many big things from Houston, so that's why I got them 27, 26. New York Jets. I'm not feeling anything impressive from them. Their quarterback potentially may miss the first through fourth week. We don't know what's going on. They got head coaching problems. Salah's getting into his groove still. I'm not a firm believer in the New York Jets this season at all. I got them 26 on my list. 25, Detroit Lions. Now many people would think after last season, they would be, almost dead last. But if you really think about it, they had a lot of close games that they lost. So I'm looking for them to build off that and maybe win a couple more games. Obviously, in my opinion, not gonna make the playoffs. But I think they're gonna build upon what they did last year. Maybe win a couple of those close games that they couldn't win last year, and improve to a couple more wins. But overall, no playoffs. 25 Detroit Lions. 24, all the way down at 24. The Seattle Seahawks. I got Seattle Seahawks all the way down at 24. They're using their quarterback is Geno Smith. Their back is gonna be Drew Lock. They got holes to fill. They released a lot of veteran players on the defensive side. This is gonna look like one of the worst seasons we have seen in Seattle in a long time. I don't think they're gonna be competitors at all in their division. That stacked division that we saw last year with the Niners. I don't see Seattle being a competitor at all this season. So I got them at 24. 23 and 22 and 23. This is when I had like a little decision to make. 23 Cleveland Browns. They're a hot team. Deshaun Watson, he's gone for the first 13 weeks, 11 or 13 weeks. So I think that's going to that plays a big factor in my decision to put the next team on top of it, right? Because it could have been either or, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm not expecting too many things. They're gonna have Jacoby Brissett as a quarterback. You gotta wait for Deshaun Watson. By that time, it's gonna be too late. The season's gonna be over with. Look for the Deshaun Watson era to begin next season, right? Just above them at 22, Carolina Panthers. They got a new quarterback situation. They got some young wide receivers, but overall, I don't see them making a big splash at all. All right, but that one could have been either or, in my opinion. But the reason I put Carolina above the Browns is their quarterback situation, obviously. Right. 21, Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, you guys might think their quarterback may be worse than the previous two that I named, but it's something about that coaching system, Mike Tomlin. He doesn't like to lose. He fights and gets his way back into games and always manages to come out at least 8-8. So for that reason, their strong coaching staff. They got a strong defense. For that, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers 21. And 20th on my list. 20. So we just went from 32 and now we're at 20 on my list. 20 Minnesota Vikings. I think they've always been like an average team in my opinion. They got some stud receivers. Their quarterback may be holding them back. The coaching may be holding them back. They got a monster.
Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, still Kirk Cousins. That's what I'm saying. Still Kirk Cousins. They did draft a new rookie quarterback, but Kellen Mond, I believe his name is, but I don't think he's going to be playing too much this season. So I got Minnesota Vikings 20. So they just broke the 20th team on my threshold. So now we're moving into the top 20 on my list, and I got at 19. I got the New England Patriots. I'm not really liking what I'm seeing. I feel like they're on the downwards trend. They could potentially be a wild card team for me, but the team that I put right above them, I feel like is going to take that last wild card spot and is going to take a step forward and leave the Patriots in the past, because last season, the team that I put, they weren't in the playoffs. And I'm talking about at 18 on my list, the Miami Dolphins. So I'm expecting the Miami Dolphins to take a slight leap forward, leapfrog the Patriots, with their new quarterback and wide receiver combo. They got what's his name, Tyreek Hill out there. They got a couple new running backs. I'm expecting them to take a leap forward and make that last wild card spot in the AFC. All right, so that was 18 at Miami Dolphins. 17, Tennessee Titans. I feel like they're on the downward trend. I feel like their best years were 2 years ago, last season, the year before that, and even the year before that. So I'm looking for Tannehill to start taking this trend down. Derrick Henry, hopefully he stays healthy. But I got the Tennessee Titans at 17. This was a tough one for me. 16, I got all the way down at 16. The Dallas Cowboys.
Damn.
Dallas Cowboys at 16. That's very, in my opinion, that was low. That's very low.
Definitely.
Dallas Cowboys too. You know, they got on paper, they got a star-studded lineup, but I just feel like they're lacking the big wins in the big games. You know, they can't make it deep into the playoffs. Dak Prescott's been under the helm for a minute. He might be getting a little too comfortable. You know, there's no quarterback competition. Tony Pollard's emerging as Ezekiel Elliott's slightly falling, so there might be conflicts in the running back game. So we'll see. We'll see. They also lost a receiver, so they're expecting CeeDee Lamb to become their wide receiver one. They traded away Amari Cooper, so I just think the slight differences that they're going to bring them down simultaneously, while the 15th team on my list, the Arizona Cardinals, are going to make a splash to go forward. And also, so I got the Arizona Cardinals at 15, right? A little bit lower because, you know, they're missing DeAndre Hopkins. Still a playoff team, I think. But the team that I'm kind of predicting to make a nice improvement, and is going to be better than the Cowboys, is the Philadelphia Eagles. I got at 14. So keep that in mind. I had the Cowboys at 16 and the Eagles at 14. So in my opinion, I'm thinking that the Eagles are going to come out on top on that division over the Cowboys. So I got the Eagles at 14. Jalen Hurts, I feel like he's going to take a step up. They got their new receiver, AJ Brown. I think they're going to take the next step up, but they're also their Heisman. What's his name? Heisman Devontae Smith. Yeah, I feel like he's going to take a step forward. Everyone, I feel like he's going to take a step forward in Philadelphia. Remember, they made that brief playoff appearance against Tampa Bay. I got the Eagles to step it up a little bit and be better than the Cowboys this season. So bold predictions, you know, you can't keep things too simple.
Definitely bold.
All right, so now I just passed halfway, so now we're getting into like the you know, middle to top tier teams, right? So now we're at my 13th team in my power rankings. The 13th team, I think, New Orleans Saints. They got a lot of question marks. Quarterback, wide receivers, Michael Thomas, we haven't seen him in years. They got a young new rookie, Chris Olave. Alvin Kamara, I feel like he's going to be solid. That's what keeps them up top 13 for me. Without that, with the uncertainties at quarterback and wide receiver, they could have been lower on my list, but they got a rocking Alvin Kamara and a strong defense. I feel like that puts them at 13. Definitely has potential to make the playoffs. Definitely has potential.
Huh?
You see, I'm a little high on them. Is it true? Sean Payton is not there, but who knows? Maybe it's time for like a new head coach to step up. Lou, you know who the new head coach is? Is it someone who's been in the system the whole time?
Not the whole time. He was the ex-Raiders coach, Dennis Allen. He coached the Raiders for a minute.
Okay.
He's been on the Saints for like, I think, like 3 years now as a defensive coordinator. 3-4 years, something like that.
That makes me feel a little more comfortable than someone who's new or coming from another team.
Yeah, no. He's
someone who's been in the team.
Yeah, he's going to keep it. It's a seamless transition. Seamless.
Yeah. So so in my opinion, even though the Saints lose, arguably their biggest piece, which is their head coach, I feel like it's not going to affect them too much. You know, they got some pieces coming back to the field, but just it's like a scale. So I feel like they're right in the middle. Like their pros and cons, they weigh them out. That's why they're about. And we'll see later on in the season, they might give or take. Like they might fall to like 15, 16. Who knows? But they're right in the middle for me. I got the Indianapolis Colts at 12. Now, the only reason I have the Colts above the Saints is because Jonathan Taylor. And I'll tell you why. Jonathan Taylor, he just gets the ball too much, and he's a beast with the ball. He's a beast with the ball. Like, you can't deny that. Their defense is strong, but I feel the Colts would have been a little higher if they Matt Ryan. And also, I believe they're missing one of their is it Darius Leonard, one of their biggest defensive pieces to start the season. I believe so. Not the whole season, but just to start the season. Something like that. I was reading something about Darius Leonard. Right? But I got the Indianapolis Colts at 12. 11 and 10 and coming up. And let me tell you, before I say 11 and 10, these are two teams that could have been right there. They're neck and neck. They're actually in the same division. So I picked the team that's 11, right? And I got number 10, who I think is going to be just better than my 11th pick, and is going to get a wild card spot just over them. This is a bold pick. So I got number 11, Denver Broncos with their new quarterback Russell Wilson, centerpiece of their new offense. I got them at 11. Kind of lower than what some people might expect of Russell Wilson, who's usually made the playoffs about every single season, besides one since he's been in the NFL. But I just feel like with their he's under a new regime, new city. He's got wide receivers he's got to get connected with, young running backs who are looking to take a step up. I feel like they're gonna be a good team, but I feel like they're gonna be neck and neck with my 10th pick, my 10th team. But I feel like the experience and the addition of a key player makes the Oakland Raiders my 10th pick, my 10th team on my power rankings, better than the Broncos. See, they're in the same division, so I feel like the Oakland Raiders are going to edge out the Broncos this season, even with Russell Wilson under center. Oakland Raiders at 10 to be just 10th. They're top 10. Oakland Raiders top 10 on my list.
He repeats it. Yeah, he's gonna repeat it 3 times.
Oakland Raiders. I feel like they're strong. Derek Carr. I feel like Derek Carr is gonna have a strong season. He's got Devontae Adams. He's got freaking Hunter Renfrow. He's got Darren Waller. He's got Josh Jacobs, who's making a case. He's trying to get a contract. He's in he's trying to get signed. The Oakland Raiders. I feel like the Oakland Raiders. What do you think?
70 times. My nigga, they play in Vegas, Ian. God damn, Ian. They play in Las Vegas, Ian.
Hey, they just made the playoffs last year. So how many teams?
What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
They made the playoffs last year.
They play in Las Vegas, bro.
Hey, they made the playoffs. I think they're gonna be strong. I think Derek Carr might have a career season with Devontae Adams. I'm just saying. Career. Oh, I said Oakland Raiders. Oh yeah, I got Oakland Raiders. I said Oakland Raiders. I even have it typed out right here. Oakland Raiders. Switch that. Las Vegas. Oh, that's what y'all
gotta be tripping. Blood. I know.
I thought you were laughing at me because I had them so high on my list.
You just said the wrong city over 20 goddamn times, Ian.
Man, I didn't even notice because I had it typed out. I was reading right off my freaking screen.
So you typed out Oakland. So you sat there and wrote Oakland, looked at Oakland.
Yeah, I did write Oakland. And this was unbiased. This is my thought process. I didn't let any outside factors influence me. This is my list. I spent like 45 minutes on this list.
It's a great list, Ian. Wrong city, Ian.
I spent like 45 minutes. Yeah. I was only searching the web for came from scratch.
God damn.
All right. So Las Vegas Raiders at 10, just to make top 10. Ooh. Now we're getting into the elite. This is the elite of the elite. Top 10. This is the elite. This is where Super Bowl teams is made. And this is also where things get very controversial. So, like I said, top 10, Las Vegas Raiders just at 10. Number 9, Baltimore Ravens. I'm looking for them to really step up. We're looking for all of our pieces that we had missing last year to come back and do what they do. Lamar Jackson's entering a contract year. He wants to show for everyone. Although he may not indulge in contract negotiations with the Ravens mid-season, it's still better for him to play at the best of his ability so that he has offers from possibly all 32 teams, to give or take a couple. But who wouldn't be in the running for Lamar Jackson if he becomes an official free agent and he puts up the numbers that he's predicted to put up this year, especially after missing the last 6 games last year. So I got Baltimore Ravens, number 9. Number 8, Los Angeles Chargers. Now, I feel like they're a little low on my list, but I feel like teams are stepping up this year. I got the Los Angeles Chargers at number 8. Also, let me note that the Chargers have a potential MVP candidate in Justin Herbert. I'm gonna just leave that there. Number 8, Los Angeles Chargers. Number 7, Green Bay Packers. All right, I got the Green Bay Packers. A little low on my list for a team who almost went to the championship series, right? The Packers who just lost to the 49ers. All right, so I got the Packers at number 7 because like I was talking about the Raiders, they lost Devontae Adams and they're looking for Alan Lazard to have a career year and Randall Cobb, and it was one more receiver who they got. Who's their last receiver? Oh yeah, Sammy Watkins, right? So I think the load of this team is on Aaron Rodgers, and I think he's going to prevail. That's why I got him all the way at 7, even though they're missing pieces at wide receiver. I still got them at 7. Number 6, San Francisco 49ers. They got a new quarterback under center. They got young talent all over the field. But is it enough? Is that young talent going to outweigh experience when it comes to experienced veterans in the NFL? That's a major question I have with the San Francisco Niners. Besides them being a young, fresh team, I don't see why they're not a top 5, top 3 team. They got a great coaches. They got great running backs. They got great wide receivers. Quarterback is a little questionable, but they got a young quarterback who's ready. They just drafted. Like, they're ready. They're ready to throw him in there, but it's just question marks. He hasn't proven himself in the NFL consistently. Yeah, he had one game against the Texans, and he won that game. He looked okay. But consistently in the NFL, we haven't seen it yet. We have Jimmy Garoppolo coming back. I feel like that strengthens their team. Having Jimmy G back, he's going to probably start at quarterback 2. If they're not patient on Trey Lance, throw Jimmy G back in there, and you're just as strong as you were last. San Francisco 49ers at 6.
Wait, real quick. Who's your 7?
Oh, it was the Packers.
Packers are your 7. All right. So Packers and Niners.
Packers, yeah. Packers. All right, so now we're top 5. This is where shit gets serious. Top 5. Almost pretty much process of elimination at this point. Right. Number 5, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady. What more is there to say? It's potentially his last year. Anytime Tom Brady steps on the field, he's gonna put up numbers. He's gonna do magic. He's gonna hit it in the freaking chest. That's just what Tom Brady does. Doesn't matter who his receivers are. If they run the routes they're supposed to run, Tom Brady's gonna hit them. You got their head coach. They got some great running backs. They got Leonard Fournette coming back. So I don't see any reasons why the Tampa Bay Buccaneers aren't going to be a strong team, regardless of Tom Brady's age and potential retirement. Keep in mind they lose Gronkowski, but I feel like he could even come back. It's not like officially confirmed he's done for the season. He's retired. But yeah, I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers number 5. Number 4, Kansas City Chiefs. What more to say about them? They lose Tyreek Hill, and they're gonna have a more balanced wide receiver approach. Is the reports I'm hearing coming out of Kansas City this year. They're gonna be able to spread the ball out across the field, not rely on Tyreek Hill for the deep ball much. I think it's gonna be a good thing for the Chiefs. I think it's gonna be a good thing for Patrick Mahomes. I think it's gonna be a good thing for Patrick Mahomes fantasy owners. He's gonna be dishing the ball out. He's gonna be looking for Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the backfield. I think the Kansas City Chiefs has something good going on, and I feel like they might potentially benefit with Tyreek Hill leaving and opening up potentially new wide receivers to bust out and play under with Patrick Mahomes. Number 3, Los Angeles Rams. The Super Bowl champs is not number 1 on my list, and I'll tell you why. I have my suspicions with what's his name, Matt Stafford and his elbow. All right, but besides that, he's played through injury before. He's a solid pick. But I just feel like I got him at 3. I feel like the 2 teams above them are going to be better this season. And there's not a whole lot of explanation as to why I think they're going to be better. It's just they're 2 elite teams that I got above them. And I just feel like they're going to edge them out. Especially after they're coming back hungry because these 2 teams went home, ended their season early while the Rams won. I just feel like it's kind of with Stafford's injury that they have to strategize around. It's just not convenient for the team to be at its full potential. We'll see though. He's played through injury before. He could prove me wrong. I have them at 3. Still a strong team. Number 2, the Cincinnati Bengals. They went to the playoffs. They lost. I'm expecting Joe Burrow to get better. Their offensive line has looked like they've bulked up and bolstered. So they got a strong offensive line. If they could protect Joe Burrow and he's not scrambling and getting tackled, I think that's a very dangerous team. The way he's going to be throwing the ball, he's accurate. He's got good receivers. He's got good running backs. He's got a good defense. And he just got an even better offensive line this. I think the Bengals are going to be very dangerous. They're going to be strong the whole season. And I got the Bengals number 2. Number 1, the only team left, the Buffalo Bills. They got the best defense in the league. And in my opinion, they don't have the best quarterback in the league, but he's definitely top 5. And he's hungry. That's the most important thing. That's why I got the Bills at number 1. We all saw how they ended their season last year. That the shootout with the Bills and the Chiefs just edged them out. When you thought Josh Allen threw another touchdown to Gabriel Davis, his third of the game, then they don't want to feel that taste in their mouth again, that taste of defeat when they just had it inches away. I feel like they're going to come back hungrier than ever. Their defense is going to be strong. I got the Buffalo Bills number 1 on my list. That was all 32 teams for me, 32-1. I gave you my reasons why. Buffalo Bills are number 1. Now, that doesn't mean I think they're going to win the Super Bowl, but that's just right now. Going into week 1, starting tomorrow, Thursday night, that's why I got my top teams, 1 through 32.
I would say I respect that list, bro.
That's a cool list.
You know what I'm saying? We're pretty similar in a lot of spots on there.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was random at times, but I mean, for the most part, that's a solid list for surely. That's a solid list for sure.
Appreciate that.
Are you want to go next, Michael, or you want me to go?
I'll follow it up. We'll save the best for last.
Huh.
Okay. So, coming in on my list, 32, same as Ian, the Chicago Bears. You know what I mean? I just think they're just not a good team. Offensively, I think they got probably one of the worst O-lines in the league, the worst weapons in the league. Justin Fields, I do think he has potential, but I can see him being a huge bust. Not his own fault, just because of where he landed and just the draw of the luck. And then defense, I can't even name 3 players on that defense. They're trash, bro. And I'm just leave it at that. They're going to have the worst offense in the league, worst defense. Coming in at 31, the Texans. I just don't think that they want to win games. You know what I mean? Like the Bears, they want to win games, but they're just that bad. The Texans, they're like out here just trying to throw. They don't care about anything else. They let go of Deshaun. They traded DeAndre Hopkins for a second-round pick, which is outrageous to me. So it's like, yeah, they can be down there. I don't even want to spend too much time on them. But like Ian said, Dameon Pierce is a legit fantasy option. Okay, now 30. The Seattle Seahawks. I feel like they are trying to win games this year, but it's not going to go the way they think it is. Geno Smith he's arguably the worst starting quarterback in the NFL going into week 1. And I think that's actually really bad. They do have a few weapons, no O-line though. Their defense isn't the best. I think Pete Carroll's this is going to be his last year in the NFL, and it's going to end with a 4-13 season.
Oh.
So yeah, he's done.
Pete Carroll.
Coming in at 29, I got the New York Jets. Now, I mean, we're getting to the part where there is some promise with these teams. I think they do have a few young, promising playmakers. Elijah Moore, Breece Hall, that new rookie receiver that they got, Garrett Wilson, I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sauce
Gardner. I do think they do have potential, and they are working towards the future. I like Robert Saleh a lot as a Niners fan. You know what I mean? That is my guy. But I just coming in with Zach Wilson being injured at the beginning of the year, Joe Flacco having to start it out, I think that there's not many good things that can come out of that scenario. So, yeah, 29 at the Jets. Now coming in at 28, the Detroit Lions. I mean, not much to be said about them. It's kind of like the same thing with the Jets. I do think they have some young playmakers. They got Aiden Hutchinson coming in, but I just think their coach is a fucking clown. And I think that they're a clown organization, to be honest. Like, they do have a little bit of potential, but yeah, I don't ever see them being able to be a Super Bowl contender for the next 5 to 10 years. Honestly, they're a sad organization. Now 27, Jacksonville Jaguars. I am a Trevor Lawrence fan. I do think they have some good young running backs, Travis Etienne, James Robinson. Their defense is okay. They got the number 1 pick. I forgot his name. I mean, not a lot of promise. I know they have a new coach, so a coach maybe could take them to the next level. But I mean, besides that, I mean, they do have always hope because Trevor Lawrence could be maybe the next Joe Burrow, the next guy who can turn this team into a top team. But they did make some clown moves in the offseason, like signing Christian Kirk to a $20 million deal. Like, I mean, come on, bro. If you're trying to get better, you can't be making moves like that. And I see them being one of the bottom teams in the NFL. 26, New York Giants. I mean, this is just as bad as a spot probably being down there at 31 and 32, to be honest. Like, they have some veterans on the team who are decent, but it's like they're not progressing towards anything. I mean, Kadarius Toney, I guess he's good. Saquon's on the decline now. Daniel Jones isn't that guy. They have some okay defensive players, but it's like, I don't know. None of them fit each other's timeline. I think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL too this year. So, yeah. I mean, going from 26 to 32, all these teams will probably be in that range all year, and I don't see any of them getting out of that. But coming in at 25, the Atlanta Falcons. I do think if everything goes their way, they do have some good players on their team and would be able to maybe sneak into the playoffs this year with the NFC being weak. But, I mean, being at 25, that's why they're at 25, because they have the lowest chances of that happening. Like, Mariota, we've seen him do things before, but I do like some of their playmakers on offense. Kyle Pitts. Never mind.
Drake London.
Yeah, Drake London. And then, I mean, Calvin Ridley, I guess he's out for the year, so
not him. Patterson, Cordero.
Yeah, Cordero Patterson. And then I do like A.J. Terrell and Grady Jarrett on the defensive end. But when I say they have a chance of making it, I would say like the lowest chance, like 5%. But they are better than that tier with a few blue chippers on their team. So I'll give them that. Coming in at 24, Cleveland Browns. I mean, kind of like the same reason you said. No. Deshaun's out, yeah. If Deshaun was there, I would say that they would have a chance to be a Super Bowl contender, which is crazy. But the difference between Deshaun and Jacoby Brissett is just wild, bro. Like, it's not a...
I swear to God, I'm doing a podcast.
Sorry, guys. We have a situation going on. Okay, I'll continue. So, yeah, I mean, they do have some great pieces. They have a star corner in Denzel Ward, a great defensive line with Jadeveon Clowney, Myles Garrett. I think their O-line is okay. I think where they really lack and what'll be the difference, even if they did have Deshaun, is they don't have any receivers. They do have Amari Cooper, but besides that, it's like a bunch of no-names. I'd like their run game a lot, though, and their head coach. So, I mean, we'll see. I think we're at 24 right now. I think that they will win games just off their head coach and their run game. But besides that, I don't see them making any noise this year. 23, the Washington Commanders. I mean, probably one of the most boring teams in the NFL. They will win a few games. I mean, maybe they'll be a little bit more exciting this year because they have Carson Wentz, who could make plays, but he will throw a lot of interceptions. I don't know. I don't really respect them at all. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say about them, to be honest, so we'll just move on. Coming in at 22, the Carolina Panthers. So, Carolina Panthers, I do see them having actually some good upside this year. With Baker coming in, we have seen him win games in the past. If Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy, I could see them make some noise because I like their defense. They have some good young players on their defense. I think J.C. Horn, Brian Burns. I like some of their defensive players, and I think they could do something. Even their receivers are good, DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. So we'll see. I know that their head coach, this is like a make it or break it year for him. So if they don't make the playoffs, he's fired. So I can see them going all in this year, but I just think the quarterback is what's holding them back, and it'll continue holding them back. Baker Mayfield is not it. Mm-hmm. Coming in at 21, Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, I do respect Mike Tomlin. I do respect that defense, but there's only so much you can do with no quarterback and no receivers. I think Mitch Trubisky, I don't know when this happened, but a lot of people were like trying to say Mitch Trubisky's good. Like the last time we seen this guy start games, he was pretty dog shit. You know what I mean? And I see Deontay Johnson also as an overrated receiver, which is crazy. People are trying to say he's a top 10 receiver. Like, nah, bro, don't ever say some shit like that. I will say that I do like George Pickens, rookie receiver out of Georgia. I do think he has high potential. And Najee Harris, obviously, he's a workhorse back, but I just think they're going to overuse him, and their O-line isn't good enough to hold up for the rest of the year. So if Najee goes down, that's the season right there. Coming in at 20, this might be surprising, but the Tennessee Titans, a team that was the number 1 seed last year in the AFC, now is the 20th ranked team, is kind of crazy. But I don't know. I just think that Ryan Tannehill's I don't think he's good enough to carry the team, and I think Derrick Henry coming off an injury is going to affect them a lot. Like, he's not going to be able to rush the ball 300 times a year like he has in years past. I do think he can still be the leading rusher in the NFL, but I just don't think he's going to have that backpack ability that he's had the last few years. Their defense isn't the best, and I think losing A.J. Brown is going to be a huge loss, like huge. I think after quarterback, receiver is the next best position in the NFL, or most important position in the NFL. So losing a receiver is crazy.
Yeah.
Coming in at 19, I got the New Orleans Saints. I do have the Tennessee Titans below them because reasons you know what I mean, the defense pretty much, and that's so running back and defense is all the Saints have to me, if I'm being honest. So I do trust DeMario, Marshawn, Cam Jordan, and Alvin Kamara, but besides that, I feel like they have a lot of holes on this team that you'll see that teams ahead of them, you know what I mean, have more holes filled than that and have better players than them.
Can I just ask you real quick?
Yeah.
You just name one position that you feel like that we need to not even we, that the Saints need to get better at, or that they're empty at?
Safety, left tackle, yeah. Quarterback is probably the most obvious one. Tight end. I mean, these are all some pretty important positions right here. So, I mean, I do think that they have potential to maybe sneak into that last wild card spot, considering that they're in the weakest division in the NFL, or the second weakest division in the NFL. So, I mean, yeah, I have him at 19. The difference of Sean Payton, though, is crazy to me because if they did have Sean Payton, I can see them being as high as 16 on my list, maybe even 15. But with him not being there, I just don't trust the team. I think AK's production can even drop because of that. So coming in at 18, I got the Arizona Cardinals. Another team that I think has some talent. You know what I mean? It is low for them, but it seems like every year they start off pretty hot. Kyler's in the MVP discussion, and then boom, he gets injured. The coach is calling some who knows what plays, bro, and it just all goes downhill. Especially with D-Hop starting the season off suspended. I mean, I think that's going to be a huge loss, and Kyler's going to have to run more because of that, and I just see him getting injured every year. So, yeah, and I think the loss of Chandler Jones is huge. Mm-hmm. He's been their leading sack getter for the Lord knows how long. Mm-hmm. So, coming in at 17 now, the Miami Dolphins. So, this is a team that I have at 17, but I could see going higher as the year goes on. I don't completely trust in Tua, so that's why they're at 17, but I do really like their head coach, Mike McDaniel, former OC for the 49ers. So, they're not – people think because they got Tyreek and Jalen Waddle that they're going to be passing the ball a lot. But this guy can call crazy screenplays, end-arounds, jet sweeps. They also have Raheem Mostert, so their run game is going to be similar to the 49ers. Not as good, but similar. So, yeah, I have them at 17. And kind of like you, like the Miami, New England, I had it a little bit different. I had New England over Miami just because I trust Bill Belichick more. Really, I can't. I'm not gonna say players, anything, bro. That it's anything different than that. It's just every year Belichick finds a way to win games. He's like that, bro. And I think Mac Jones is gonna come in better this year. And I don't want to look stupid if Belichick comes through and, you know what I mean, is the number 1 or 2 seed in the NFL this year, just because he's like that. Now coming at 15, the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, I just don't think CeeDee Lamb is like a reliable number 1 receiver yet, to be honest, and I think that's gonna show. They did lose some defensive players, so I don't know, bro. I don't see them being as good as last year, and I think Mike McCarthy's kind of a clown as a coach, and they kind of have. He already kind of has 1 foot out this year because Jerry Jones is already looking at Sean Payton. I'm pretty sure they probably already have a signed deal under the table for him to come to Dallas. So I don't think everybody's full heart's going to be in this year for Dallas, and I can see them falling off a whole lot. Coming in at number 14, this is my first division winner here, I think. Philadelphia Eagles. I think that they got the best, if not the best, like a top 3 O-line in the league. And that's huge in the NFL, just having the best O-line, you know what I'm saying? Like, going crazy. Their quarterback can run. They got a receiving core. So, I mean, the difference of them, honestly, the talent around the quarterback, they can be top 10 right now. Top 5 even, maybe. But I think the difference of them being that and 15 or 14 where I have them on my list is I don't know if I trust Jalen Hurts' arm completely. I trust that their receivers and tight end will get open, but I don't know if Jalen Hurts got it yet, you know?
Wait, so you have the Cowboys and Eagles back-to-back?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. That's division rivalry right there.
Yeah. 13. I got the Las Vegas Raiders here. I'm not sure exactly if they're in the playoffs in this spot right here, but I do think they're going to be the worst team in that division. But I also think that they're going to be better than last year, if that makes sense. Chandler Jones, fucking Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, Max Crosby. They just have like a lot of good players at premium positions. So I just think maybe their own line might not be able to hold up for as much as passing as they're going to be doing. And I don't completely trust Derek Carr. So that's why I have them at 13, especially because the schedule that they're going to have too. So they're not going to be able to go 13-4 this year because they got to play the Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers. So I don't know. They're going to be right there fighting for that last playoff spot. Coming in at number 12, this guy might surprise you guys, but I got the Minnesota Vikings here. I've been just seeing stuff like they got their new coach is pretty smart. I think they got some of the best playmakers in the league. Jay Jettas, Thielen, Dalvin Cook. Like I was just saying, I think receiver is the second most important position in the league. They still got a few defensive playmakers, Eric Kendricks and them, and Harrison Smith. So, I mean, I see them getting a wild card spot this year in the NFC. They got 4 free wins against the Lions and Bears. So, I mean, that'll give them some confidence, and then I think they'll just keep working off that and be able to be one of the top teams this year. All right. Coming in at 11, I got the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, pretty much what Ian was saying earlier. Jonathan Taylor, bro, that guy's just a beast. I think they got one of the best O-lines in the league. They got an underrated defense. Matt Ryan's going to make a difference this year. And I also like their coach, Frank Reich. So, I really think the difference of last year and this year is going to be Matt Ryan. I think he's just that much better than Carson Wentz to take him over the top and get them to, my second division winner right there, to win the AFC South.
The Colts?
Yeah.
Okay.
So coming in at 10, another division winner here. I got the Green Bay Packers. I think they have a top 5 defense and the best quarterback in the NFL to me. So Aaron Rodgers in a top 5 defense will always make you a top 10 team. I think they're just lacking playmakers on offense, and they did lose the Smith brother.
Darius.
Yeah, so I think that'll hurt them a little bit. But, of course, I mean, how many years in a row have they won the division? I mean, NFC North is a lock for the Packers. Now, coming in at number 9, I got the Denver Broncos, who I do think are going to make the playoffs, and I think are a dark horse Super Bowl team. I mean, I've always been a fan of Russ. I've seen him play in the NFC West for the last fucking 10 years, bro. This guy's a beast. He's been underrated. I think he's going to be in MVP discussions this year, and that defense is underrated as well. So I think that if everything clicks for them, they can be the best team in the NFL, for real.
The who?
The Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos. New regime they got over there, too.
Yeah. Now coming in at number 8, I got the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, it's really just Lamar and John Harbaugh, if we're being honest. Their playmakers aren't the best. I would say Mark Andrews is a top 3 tight end in the league, though. I think their O-line is solid, and I think they have one of the best secondaries in the NFL. So I think with all that combined, having a top 5 quarterback like that who is just that much different and having a creative playbook just puts them up there. You know what I mean? I don't know if they'll be a Super Bowl contender if they have Super Bowl potential this year, but I mean, Lamar's Lamar, so you got to have him up there. Coming in at 7, this might surprise you guys, but I got the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, yeah, so when you lose Tyrann Mathieu, there goes the heart of the secondary right there. You lose Charvarius Ward, there goes your man-to-man corner. And what I think their most important loss, might have been the most important loss of any team in the offseason, is Tyreek Hill. I mean, he opens up the whole offense. I think now Travis Kelce's going to be seeing doubles. The whole underneath game isn't going to be working. I don't think Mecole Hardman is going to be able to fill in how Tyreek Hill was doing. Don't get me wrong, Patrick Mahomes will still throw for his 4,000 yards, whatever, 4,500 yards, but I think they're going to fall off to like 11 wins this year and not win the division and be bounced in the first round. So they don't have a run game to lean on either. No run game, no defense. I mean, you can only depend on Patrick Mahomes so much. All right, coming in at number 6 now, I got the Cincinnati Bengals. To be honest, to me, talent-wise, they might not even be top 10, bro. But when you got that combo of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, I think that can take you to the stars, to be honest. And we seen it last year. I mean, Joe Burrow is just that fucking guy. I call him the new era Tom Brady. That guy is like that, bro. That's really the only reason that I have for having him up there. I don't think their defense is that good. I do think T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd are good, but I mean, I don't think their run game is even the greatest. I think Joe Mixon's good, but the run game isn't the greatest. It's just that Joe Burrow effect. Coming in at number 5, arguably the most stacked team in the NFL right here, the LA Chargers. I mean, I just think they every position you look at, they just have a stud there. It's like, damn, bro. Justin Herbert's the top 5 quarterback in the NFL. They got one of the best D-lines in the league, maybe the best, with Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. They just signed J.C. Jackson, who is a top 5 corner in the NFL. It's just studs everywhere. The only question mark is at head coach. Like, we don't know what he's going to be able to bring. Every year, it seems like the Chargers have a decent team, and they always seem to underperform every year. So, I mean, this year, their expectations should be Super Bowl. We'll see if they can reach it. I don't think they're going to be able to reach it just because of the Chargers, but if you're just looking on paper, I think the Chargers have an argument to be the best team in the NFL. Coming in at number 4. So since we're doing it week 1 rankings, this is right now, but I think once teams improve and stuff, Number 4 will probably be my Super Bowl winner at the end of the year. San Francisco 49ers. I mean, Trey Lance at quarterback, you know what I mean? And it's like, he's right now, he's good enough to have him like top 5. But I think by the end of the year, he's going to progress and just keep getting better with every game. We've seen it last year from the Arizona game to the Texans game to be able to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. We already know one of the best receivers in the league, one of the best tight ends in the league, best left tackle in the league. I mean, they got blue chippers everywhere you look, kind of like the Chargers, but they have a head coach to put it all together. And the only difference is the quarterback. So we'll see. I mean, when you have the best head coach in the NFL, I think he has, like, I don't know, he just has the sauce to bring them up to where they need to be. So, yeah, at 4, the San Francisco 49ers. Number 3, this might be a little bit low on the list compared to all the other lists I've seen, but I do have this team going to the Super Bowl, the Buffalo Bills. I do think they have the second best quarterback in the NFL with Josh Allen. That offense is just always going to keep going crazy. They're just a dynamic offense who can make big plays. I don't know if their running game is all the way there, which is, I think, is what separates them and the number 1 team away from each other, is the running back. But I think that their defense is good. I mean, at every level they have a star. I'm not sure if I trust their run defense all the way, but I mean, we've seen it last year, bro. They're stacked as fuck, and they got Von Miller coming. So, I mean, that's really all there is to it. And number 2, the LA Rams, Super Bowl champs. I mean, there's not a lot need to be said. Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. I just think that last year, I don't think they're going to be able to win the Super Bowl again. But I do have them as a top 2 team right now to respect that they just did win the Super Bowl. But where I think the fall-off is going to happen is, I mean, if you see any of their big games last year, they depend on Cooper Kupp every single time. Like, anytime it's a big game, Matthew Stafford's throwing it to Cooper Kupp in the fourth quarter every time. And I think eventually teams are going to catch on to that. You can't depend on that year after year to be a dynasty.
Everybody knows that already, though. He was the number 1 all year. Everybody knew you got to cut. It's been third in Cooper Kupp all year. Damn near.
But yeah, but now they have a whole off-season to figure it out.
True.
You know what I mean? Kaepernick wasn't figured out that year, but once they had an off-season, you know.
They're going to be double teaming them all fucking year long.
Right, somehow.
So look for like another receiver, another young.
They do have Allen Robinson, but I don't know. Yeah. He's coming off injury. We'll see. I think their run game will be a little bit better, though. Cam Akers coming back, so watch out for that. Those outside zones coming back. And coming in at my number 1, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, not a lot to be said. Tom Brady. They got Julio Jones coming in this year. They got, well, they don't have AB anymore, but Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. I think they have also one of the top run games in the NFL, too, if they choose to run the ball with Leonard Fournette and that O-line. The only thing that they lack for real is a consistent secondary. But, I mean, their front 7 is stacked, too, to me. So, yeah, I just trust Brady more than everybody else. So, yeah, I got them number 1 as of right now.
All right. Well, you guys.
Wait. Should we take a second to read chat before Lou gives his list?
Sure.
Yep. Read chat.
Okay. Money D'Lo said, okay, Thought Slayer said, bro, Lou said the R word.
Whoa.
I don't know.
What is the R word? My fault.
I think he means retarded.
Oh.
It happened.
Say retarded. That's my bad.
So the next one says, is Money D'Lo. Niners winning the Super Bowl. Thought Slayer replies with Saints, baby. Saints average 2 arrests per offseason. Money D'Lo says, I can't wait till Lou talks, bro. Jet says, you're mine, and I know that I know.
Is that young boy?
You're mine, and you know that I know.
Hey.
Jet, Lou hella handsome. What the fuck? Jet, Lou looks buff right now.
Looks what?
Buff right now.
You do look
Jet,
now.
are you Rhino?
What the fuck is going on?
And we love engagement in the chat, so feel free
I
to
love
hang
like,
out.
please. I appreciate every single comment, even though some are pretty fucking weird. I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate every single comment, dude. I really do, man.
Come hang out.
Y'all for even taking a second, a minute to even watch out, bro. Like y'all are, like this is cool as fuck for y'all, man. Just to even like watch us, man. Like even though y'all probably don't even give a fuck about football like that. Thank y'all, man, just for taking the time out your day just to watch some niggas talk that shit, man. Like for real, I appreciate that, bro.
For sure, I appreciate that too. Coming from the heart, Luke coming
From
from
the
the
bottom of my
heart.
heart. From the bottom of my heart.
Well,
Bottom of my heart. From Bikini Bottom. You know what I mean? Where the fuck is Michael? Matter of fact, let me stop cussing. We're gonna make this a kid-friendly show.
That's all right. That I think we've identified ourselves as that type of channel. You know,
Yeah,
we don't hold back on things. You know, we keep it straight, real.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
real.
We're not, we're not corporate yet or anything like that. We ain't on ESPN yet, so we could slip up. You know,
You know what I mean? We
More
get
to
some
it.
F-bombs in there. Couple
some channels got to be different. You know,
That's facts.
we say what we want to say out here. You know, we think what we want to think.
You know what I mean? We in our own lane, man. If you fuck with it, subscribe. You don't fuck, get the fuck out of here, nigga. I don't fuck with you, nigga. Fuck up my dick.
Are you ready to crack it on your list? 32 all the way down.
When it's doing me and you, I don't think this nigga's here, bro.
It's all good. He'll catch up. But it's
Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah, this shit gets important once you get top 10.
Sorry, guys. I had to go take a leak.
It's all good. Here, Luke goes about to start his list.
All right. I'm not gonna lie, y'all already did a great description of most of the teams, bro. So for the most part, I'm gonna just name the list. I mean, I will give a reason why I had them at the number, but you know what I mean. Texans number 32. I'm gonna start off with them. I don't know how y'all have Bears number 32. That's what I'm gonna say from that. I feel like the Texans really don't have no upside this season, dude. I mean, their quarterback is trash. Their receivers, Brandon Cooks. Their defense, like I'm trying to think of one person on their defense right now. Not JJ. I literally can't think of one person on their like I don't know, man. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of somebody. I can't think of nothing, man. The Texans are just number 32. That's what they are. They're number 32. Number 31, I have the Falcons. Falcons. I don't. I know the Falcons real well. I know when they have potential for a good season. I know what my rival has. You know what I mean? When they're scary, these niggas are ass. These niggas are terrible. You know what I mean? They have a couple good players. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Good players, but as a team, as a unit, they are not a good unit. I feel like they're probably gonna have. I think they're going to be one of the top teams in penalties this year. Like just as a unit, as a structured team, they're not structured. I know this team very well. Trust me. So they're my number 31 team. As number 30 team, the Giants. They're number 30 for me. Just not that good of a team. I don't think they're that good of a team. Like you said, Daniel Jones. I think it's going to be a down year. Like you guys said, I think it's going to be a down year. Lions, number 29.
Enough said.
You know what I mean? Let's say. You know what I mean? Keep it a buck. Number 28. This is where y'all have me fucked up at. Like this is why I want to dive into this a little bit. Bears. I had the Bears number 28. Y'all had the Texans above the Bears. Y'all had the Falcons above the Bears. Giants and Lions.
Yep.
I mean, when you look at all those teams, bro, I mean, they just have better players than the Bears.
I don't know, dude. Okay, I don't know. I really don't think so. I like the Bears unit. I like don't they got Jordan Montgomery?
Nah, Jordan Montgomery plays for the St. Louis Cardinals.
The St. Louis Cardinals. Holy shit! What are you saying?
That's the pitcher. Jordan Montgomery to the Cardinals. Oh, it's David Montgomery, the running back.
Oh, David Montgomery. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up, I'm talking about, bro. David Montgomery, bro. Don't they got Allen Robinson? Is it another people on the Bears?
No, he just left to the Rams.
He's on the Rams.
Ooh, Rams is back. Yes, hold on. What's the Rams?
Think it's a racing? Is it racing?
I didn't know that. Well, I might gotta rechange my point.
Take that shit with a pencil.
Damn. Well, shit, we gonna skip the Bears shit. Number 27, we had the Jaguars. I'm not like the Jaguars at all. I'm gonna keep it a bug, man. Like, they got Trevor Lawrence. People like Trevor Lawrence. I don't like Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I think in Clemson, I think that was Dabo, to be honest with you. I think sometimes in college it's quarterback, sometimes in college it's the coaches. I think that was the coach. You know what I mean? Just me personally, I don't think he's gonna be that good. Above the Seahawks, though, I think it's gonna be better. I mean, above the Jaguars, I think it's gonna be better than the Jaguars. I got the Seahawks. I feel like y'all had the Seahawks. This is number 26. I feel like y'all had the Seahawks a little bit lower on y'all list. I feel like y'all didn't let them.
Well, I kind of did like the same reason you had the Falcons there. Like, I know my division.
Type shit. Okay.
I know when they're gonna be dog shit.
I see what you're saying. I honestly think though. I honestly think Geno Smith is not going to have that long playing. Like y'all saying, like Geno Smith is ass. That's
We
why
can see Drew Lock. We'll see Drew Lock.
I think Drew Lock is going to come in there, and I think Drew Lock is going to be a problem. I think honestly that team. Okay, what I think the Seahawks are going to be. I think the Seahawks are going to be just a dirty team. You know what I mean? Just a team that like just gets under your feathers. You know what I mean? Just a team that's like going to just make games harder for you. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be hard out to beat the Seahawks. Me personally. Above the Seahawks, I think are better than the Seahawks. The Commanders. I think the Commanders are going to be a 5 and 11 team. 5 and 12. I don't know, man. I think they're gonna be ass. You know what I mean? They're not gonna be that good. I think they're gonna be all right. You know what I mean? I think they're gonna like for next year. I think they're gonna have some shit to work with. Me personally. Next after that, I have the Jets. I like the Jets, man. I like their team, dude. I like the Jets, man. People have the Jets. The quarterback situation is definitely is weird. Joe Flacco, he's a Super Bowl winner though. Niggas forget Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. Niggas forget that postseason run. That postseason run is one of the most legendary postseason runs in my bro. Niggas forget that run, bro. Niggas played a lot of good teams that year, bro. So I'm gonna give it to them, bro. Like they got Quincy Williams and Quentin Williams on the defense. Niggas don't know. Niggas forgot about them. Sauce, like y'all said, look, bro. Jets have a good team, dude. Now, like you said, as a team though. That's when shit gets bad. That's when they might have like the penalties and the structure, the discipline. That's when they need to work on. But hopefully, Joe Flacco as a veteran could lead that team. That's what they should depend on. You know what I mean? Who I think is gonna be better than them at number 23? I think the Panthers. You know what I mean? Panthers like they're gonna be ass. These are all ass teams. Keep it a buck. These are all ass teams. But I think the Panthers gonna be less ass. CMC. He's probably gonna be going by week 7. You know what I mean? I'm gonna knock off wood, but we know the truth. I'll keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Robbie Anderson, I like Robbie. DJ Moore. They got a couple key pieces. Their defense is Dante Jackson. They got a couple key pieces. You know what I mean? But I mean, no, I don't think they're gonna be that good. I don't think they're gonna be that good. Who I think is gonna be better than number 22 Steelers. I mean, Steelers are cool. You know what I mean? Najee, TJ. They got some who I feel X factors. They got some players that could really take over the game, and that's when. You know what I mean? When that talent overrules hard work sometimes, you know what I mean? That's when shit gets dangerous. You know what I mean? Like when a nigga could just wake up and just go for 3 sacks in the game, wake up and go for 200 yards in the game. You know what I mean? That's when shit gets dangerous.
They got TJ Watt over there.
You know what I mean? Like that's when shit gets. So I feel like when you get to big playmakers like that, like you said, that's when the team gets kind of dangerous. Number 21, I have the Patriots. I had them very well. I don't like the Patriots, man, but Bill Belichick, he's a good coach. I feel like he's fell off though. I feel like his offensive play calling is so abysmal nowadays. It's so basic and stale and just this. You gotta realize he keeps everything in house. His own fucking son is a coordinator, dude. He's not gonna have nobody else come in here, dude. He wants to keep everything like it's 1947. This is not Quaker's oatmeal, old man. It's time to get with the program, like. It's time, like niggas. He's stuck in the past, and I feel like eventually Robert Kraft is gonna have to come to his senses, and unfortunately, wash away as long.
Yo, I could agree with it though.
Yo,
I could agree. I understand where he's coming from. That's a hot take. I understand exactly where he's coming from.
Y'all think Belichick's out this year?
I'm not agreeing. I'm just saying I see where he's coming from.
I feel like Mac Jones. I feel like he's gonna give Mac Jones like 2 more years. If he doesn't reach an AFC championship in those 2 years, Bill's gone. I'll give it a buck. Bill's gone. I'll give it a buck.
That's crazy.
After the Patriots, who I think is better than the Patriots, number 20. When the top 20 is when shit gets interesting. The Browns, the Cleveland Browns. Jacoby Brissett. A lot of niggas. Jacoby Brissett is ass. I like Jacoby Brissett. You know what I mean? He can get the job done. I don't think he will lose you games, and that's what a quarterback. I don't think every other team before that, except Mac Jones, really. I think will lose you the game. And I think right here is when the quarterbacks start, like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, this is when the quarterbacks start.
Like, they matter now.
Like, they'll get you there type shit. Like, quarterbacks right now. Like, Jacoby Brissett, I trust him. He has great weapons. You know what I mean? The running game is ridiculous. O-line is ridiculous. Defense is ridiculous. I fuck with that team. I think they can go far, actually, dude. I really do. That's number 20. Number 19, Dolphins. I fuck with the Dolphins. You know what I mean? I don't fuck with the Dolphins. I don't know why I decide. Tua is ass, man.
What?
I don't like Tua. I don't like. I don't know if he's. I don't know. I try my hardest to get with the left-handed thing, but it's just not. It's not. He's not accurate enough for me to be left-handed. Like if you're gonna be left-handed, you gotta be accurate to me. Like, and he's just not. He's not enough for me. I don't know.
They do got a good backup though.
Who's their backup?
Teddy.
Oh, Teddy B.
I mean, Teddy. Look, he's been.
He was starting.
He's been low key falling off as the years going on. I mean, he was once upon a time a great quarterback. Hopefully, one day he could get back to that. You know, we want to see everybody.
Got knocked out.
Come on, Ian. God damn.
We were all thinking it. I don't know why I was thinking it.
All right, yeah, but the Dolphins, I think they're gonna be a cool team. They're my number 19 team. Number 18, I got the Cardinals.
That's low.
Cardinals, I don't like the Cardinals. Dude. I don't give a fuck, dude. Kyler,
That's low.
that whole team was just overrated to me, dude. From the offense to the defense to the coaching, like the whole team is just like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like they're just smoke and mirrors, dude. That they look hella raw, but they're really weak as fuck, dude. I don't like that team. I don't like that team at all. I don't really don't. But hey, I feel like they're better than the other teams, so I feel like their talent and the big names, the playmakers, are gonna get them far a little bit. Well, farther than other teams. Number 17, I got the Titans. I like Derrick Henry. You know what I mean? Ryan Tannehill. I like Ryan Tannehill. You're right. The receivers are ass. You know what I mean? The number one receiver, I can't even tell you that dude's name.
I don't know either.
I honestly cannot tell you that dude's name. No, matter of fact, I think it's Robert Woods.
Wait, for who? Titans? Yeah.
Yeah, it is Robert Woods, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Robert Woods is cool. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I know. But he's the only person I know on that team. So Titans are my Titans, number 17. Number 16, I got the Vikings. Kirk Cousins, Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vikings are cool. Playoff team, but I think max divisional round. I could like max divisional round. Number 15, Colts.
Not bad.
Same thing as the Vikings. I think max divisional round. They're a cool team. They have key pieces. You know what I mean? But I don't think they're just strong enough. Number 14, Eagles. I'm not gonna lie.
Eagles.
Looking at the Eagles have a lot of new pieces, dude. Like you got they have a lot of new pieces. Like, and that team is looking more dangerous and dangerous as the season begins, dude. Like, their run game last year was already crazy. Now their defense is more stacked. Now they got better receipt. Like, nigga, like, I mean, not gonna lie, like, this team is dangerous. I can't even catch you, but I think they're still really young. I think they're still going to be learning. I think this is going to be like the year that they almost get it. You know what I mean? They're about to get it, but then they're just too young. You know what I mean? They're going to fuck up somehow. Maybe just some bullshit. Maybe a missed kick, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Maybe it's going to come down to some bullshit like that. But I don't think that they're going to do something spectacular this year, me personally. Number 13, I got the Raiders. Raiders are cool. Fuck with the Raiders. You know what I mean? The Raiders are cool. I like Derek Carr. I love the new pickup, Devontae Adams. You know what I mean? Josh Jacobs. I mean, it's a cool team. It's just when their defense, I don't like their defense. That's why they're not in my top 10. Their defense is just not good enough for me. I don't like their defense. I don't trust their defense enough. I feel like their defense is going to blow the games for them. Give it a buck. Number 12, I got the Broncos. Broncos is, I don't like the Broncos. I'm going to give it a buck. I don't like the Broncos. Russell Wilson, he's cool. You know what I mean? But I think it's over for that nigga. But like, I honestly think.
Whoa.
Hot take.
Could be.
I think Broncos at the end of the year is going to be the most ass team in that division. I just think as of right now, on paper, they are a good team. They're a good team in that division. But at the end of the year, I think it's when it all comes down to that. And you know what I mean? All the dust clears up. They're going to be by the bottom of the division. I'm giving it a buck.
What's the stacked division this year?
Third or fourth. It's a very stacked division. Very stacked.
Yeah, I could agree with that. That they're gonna be. They could.
Definitely. Number 11, I got the Ravens. The only reason the Ravens did not make my top 10, dude, because they are a great team. I love the Ravens. I'm not gonna lie. Like, besides me and the Ian's little beef with the Ravens, I love the Ravens. You know what I mean? Like, I love the Ravens. They have literally no receivers.
We just got Marcus Robinson. So
who?
Marcus. You know, he's fast. He was like.
Be the buck, dude. I have no receivers. You know what I mean? Like, no, don't get me wrong. Marcus Peters is coming back. You know what I mean? Y'all got
And
Marlon
Marlon Humphreys.
Humphreys. Y'all have squad. Like that's why I like y'all team. I like the vibes of y'all team.
Marcus Williams.
It's just a fun team to go for. Exactly, Marcus.
Marcus
It's a fun
Williams,
team
yeah.
to go for. You know what I mean? That's definitely a great team. I fuck with that team for sure. But if they get some, I feel like if they get just a little bit more firepower in that receiving core, that's a very dangerous team.
Wait, do you guys still have Earl Thomas?
No, hell no. We cut him last year, like the middle of the
Who's the other safety?
what's his name? Something Young. I forget his first. I'm blanking on his first. I want to say Steve. No, it's not Steve. Something Young or Tavon Young. I mean, Tavon. Yeah.
All right, my top 10 list begins. I don't know what commences means. My top 10 list is gonna begin right here.
I'm Chuck Clark. He's our safety. Anyways,
Fuck Chuck Clark, nigga. Number 10, we have the Packers. Now the Packers, just like the Ravens, these teams could easily be switched out easily. Cause I don't think the Packers have any receivers. You know what I mean? Y'all are very high on this defense.
yeah.
This defense to me is very average to me. This defense to me does not. I am not scared of this defense whatsoever. The Saints last year scored 38 points on them, and they only scored 3 points on us. This team is just not a scary team. When you cannot beat one team in the NFL, when you have a mental block against a certain team, it just kind of, I don't know, dude. Like when if they can never beat the 49ers, and just off that, I can't take them serious. You know what I mean? Like you gotta wait for a team to beat this team for you to have a chance. I don't take that. Like you know what I mean? Like you gotta depend on. I don't know. I don't like that. So I got the Packers number 10. Not really that good to me. They're not really that reliable. Whatever. Number 9, I got the Cowboys.
Damn. You're thinking highly of them this year, huh?
I like the Cowboys this year. I mean, all right. You know what I mean? Zeke is hopefully going to slim down. Hopefully going to get back in shape. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even thinking about Zeke. This passing game is going to have to be the best passing game in the NFL for this team to be a real Super Bowl contender. This passing game has to be literally, and it almost was last year, you know what I mean? Or damn near was. But this year it has to be ridiculous. I mean, this shit has to be like Dak is finna win MVP. Like, this has to be the year the Cowboys do it. They're gonna do it. I feel like they're gonna just blow up shit. Like you said, Mike McCarthy's on his last. Like I feel like, you know what I mean? This cat has had 9 lives, and I feel like the 9th life is right now. You know what I mean? Like this shit has been a while coming. It's been a long time coming. And I think they're gonna just blow the ship up after this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give it a buck.
No, facts.
See it.
Number 8, I got the Chargers. This is when the teams start getting very, very Super Bowl like. You know what I mean? Very, very like. This is when the teams start getting very, very like. Gotta give them the respect. They're Super Bowl teams. Like, Chargers are a Super Bowl team. Their defense are stacked. Their receivers stacked. Quarterback stacked. Defense stacked. I mean, this team from head to toe. Some people don't like their coaching because he's very bold, very aggressive style of coaching. He likes to go for it a lot on 2-point conversions. Likes to instead of kicking a field goal, rather go for it on 4th and 2, 4th and 3. You know what I mean? He's a very aggressive coach. But you know what, nigga? Roll the dice, nigga. If you believe in your team, believe in your team. You know what I mean? Like I love that trust that he has in Justin Herbert, and I love that Justin Herbert is not scared to take that shit. You know what I mean? Like no homo. Damn, that's crazy. He's not scared to like. He's not scared of that adversity type shit. You know what I mean? Like he's not like you know what I mean. You get what I'm saying. Damn, I gotta skip past that one. That's crazy. Number 7, we have the Bengals. I love this Bengals team. You know what I mean? Joe Burrow is. They might be my favorite human on earth. You know what I mean? Like this nigga's just the coolest. Nigga. You know what I mean? Like this nigga's the smoothest nigga. Like this nigga's like, how can you not love Joe Burrow? This nigga is just raw like that. Like he puts the team on his back. Anytime he could be down 18 points in the AFC Championship game and not lose cool. Like he stayed calm. Everybody on his team still believed in the game plan. Like, dude, that's some shit that's some generational shit. You know what I mean? That doesn't come around anymore. Like that's some shit that's having a quarterback like that your team truly believes in. That no matter what, no matter how much down y'all in, like your team truly believes that we can always win this game. That is one of the most powerful tools you can have in all the sports, damn near. You know what I mean? Just always have that mindset. That mindset, you know what I mean? I believe. Number 6. I got the 49ers. The 49ers. I'm keeping it a buck.
49.
They're a very good team. I'm keeping it a buck. I would now hate on this team. This team is a great team. This, you know what I mean? I can't even lie to you. You know what I mean? Like, this team is a great team. The shit that they do on the field, however, how dirty they play.
What?
That shit is uncalled for. How the bullshit that they do, like on my mama, like it's a lot of niggas I see. If I see in real life, I would really get up with. But we're not gonna speak on that. You know what I mean? Like, at least I didn't really say that. I'm joking. But at the same time, I like I always say, it's really their coaching. You know what I mean? Their coaching is just light years ahead of most other coaches in the league with the game plan right now. He's been in the NFL since he was a baby. His dad was a head coach. You know what I mean? Like, he knows football like me damn near. You know what I mean? Like, he just knows football really well. So it's like I can understand why he's so good at the game, because he understands football and he understands how to build a great running game. Number 5 is my top
Bang
5.
bang.
It's getting serious. You know what I mean?
Top 5.
Number 5, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady is a good quarterback. I don't believe in that running game. I'm gonna keep it a buck. They lost Rob. They lost Gronk. Yeah, they gained Julio, but it's not Julio Jones. That's Julio Jones. That nigga is old as fuck. That's not the version that we knew of him in 2018, 2017, 2016. It's not high school no more. We don't know him no more. This nigga is old. He's not fast. You know what I mean? He maybe can make a spectacular catch or two, a little two-handed little razzle dazzle, but for the most part, this team, they're definitely a Super Bowl contender. They're always a Super Bowl contender with Tom Brady, but I'm not fearful of this team, to be honest with you. Like, this team is it's a team in the way. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's the team in the way. Number 4, Los Angeles Rams.
Wow.
Los Angeles Rams.
Let's see where this is going.
None of this to me.
Let's see where this fucking list is going. What the fuck is this? Bro, I was waiting for you to say the Saints is fucking 15. The fuck? This is supposed to be unbiased. This is supposed to be unbiased. You were supposed to say the Saints like fucking 10 picks.
Look,
You're being realistic.
I didn't interrupt y'all. I like the same type of. Number
Sounds
4,
weird.
I have the Los Angeles Rams at number 4 before I was really interrupted. They have a great quarterback, a great team, just a great structure. This is a great team. Los Angeles Rams, they're going to do it every time. You know what I mean? Like Cooper Kupp, like we've all been saying, he's a great receiver. His defense has only gotten stronger with Bobby Wagner. D-line is already stacked. Everything about this team is just a great team. It's a Super Bowl team. They already won the Super Bowl. They're already poised. You know what I mean? And they're a great team. Rams are a great team. You know what I mean? They're definitely a Super Bowl contending team. Number 3, I have the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, I feel like he's ready for the I feel like he's honestly ready for the throne. He's next up. I feel like why not him at this point? You know what I mean? I feel like he has that chip on his shoulder that's just like he's done losing. Like, this is the year. Like, he's mad at this point. Like, he's coming to this season, dude, we're winning. Like, fuck everything else. Like, we're winning. Like, no matter what, like, we're winning. Like, and if he doesn't have that mindset, then unfortunately the Bills will be asked. I really feel like he's going to come into this. He's a great quarterback. Yep. I believe in that team. I believe in that stretch. I believe in that system. I believe in that. You know what I mean? Like, that's a great team. Number 2, Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes. What the fuck is going on? Nah, look me in my eye right now. Why the fuck is niggas laughing? Nah, why
Fuck. We were waiting, bro.
No.
You won't have to wait too long after this. Number 2, Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my.
Now, when I say it's been possibly 4, maybe even 5 years since this nigga was last the underdog, niggas are in here saying the Broncos are finna win the division, the Chargers are next up. maybe even the Raiders if shit goes right. I think Patrick Mahomes is hearing all this, and I think he's telling Andy Reid, yo, we're throwing everything out on the table this year. Like, this is the year we're going to show everybody we are still the Chiefs. You know what I mean? I think they're going to be the AFC Super Bowl loser. I honestly, truly believe that. I think they're going to make the Super Bowl, and I think they're going to lose to the number 1 team. Which I hope finally, y'all say I've been waiting for since pick. I don't even know. New Orleans Saints.
New Orleans Saints at number 1 right now. You think it's the best
How are
team?
people supposed to take us serious on this podcast, bro? Like, how are they supposed to take us serious?
The New Orleans Saints are the number 1 team. Okay, listen. Quarterback, Jameis Winston. I would say he probably has the 4th highest possibility of winning MVP this year. The wide receivers, Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, Jarvis Landry. I don't think niggas understand, dude. Our running backs.
Wait,
Alvin Kamara.
you think that's the best
Mark
receiving
Ingram.
core in the league?
Definitely not the best receiving core in the league, but I definitely think we're top 10. I think for the NFC, definitely a top 5, top 3 receiving core.
Okay.
Definitely. For our defense, we have the best defense in the league, and nobody can tell me otherwise. We have the best defense in the league. You like the Bills defense more than the Saints defense?
Maybe right now, yeah.
I mean, that safety
The
duo.
same defense who in the last game they played led over. How much points did the Chiefs score?
40
48?
points. I mean, it's
48.
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh shit! I mean, hey.
They still got there.
Yeah, I guess so. They got there.
You're not concerned with your safety duo?
I'm not concerned with the safety duo whatsoever. I think that the safety duo is actually going to show how much of a great unit our defense is.
Because that same safety duo led up 40-something points to Josh Allen last year.
Well, Josh Allen is Josh Allen.
Oh. Wasn't that the same? Okay. Hey.
Well, first of all, that was on a completely different team. They wasn't on the Saints. That wasn't. And Josh Allen, he was on a crazy run in the playoffs.
I just think Daniel Sorensen is going to really slow you guys down.
Daniel Sorensen, dude. Stop saying that name.
Who's your guys' starting safety week 1? Isn't Marcus May in jail?
Oh, stop, dude. Oh, my God, dude. What the fuck are we saying? No, he's not in jail.
Where is he?
He's an NFL safety. What do you mean, where is he? I think he's probably at home sleep right now because he has fucking training canceled.
Probably.
I thought he was in jail, bro. You're not concerned about the 2 arrests that were made over the offseason?
No, Michael, I'm not concerned.
Money D-Lo in the chat says Winston can't even throw straight. Money D-Lo.
Neil, you have never watched a game in your fucking life. Like, it's something I want to say right now so bad, but I'm not even going to do it. Like, I'm not even going to.
Money D-Lo.
You guys traded some shit, right? Last week, the Saints?
Yes.
Gardner Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I honestly think that shows, like, how they're not all in on winning, which is the reason why I had them 19 on my list. When they would trade a top slot corner like that in the NFL for a bag of chips, pretty much, it's like that's what teams do when they're tanking.
It's only because he said he would hold out and not play for us if he doesn't we don't finalize the contract with him. He wanted a lot of money. It was like the Saints weren't in on him like that. You know what I mean?
When you don't want to, yeah, but usually you pay players when you want to when you want to win.
That must mean in my eyes though, that's telling me that they believe that it's somebody just as good, if not better than CD. Because if they didn't feel like that money was worth it, then that means it must be somebody telling them, okay, then this guy right here he's cool. You know what I mean? He's good.
Yep.
So I think we're going to be in for a great season as the New Orleans Saints fans. I think this is going to be the year the New Orleans Saints win the Super Bowl. With the Bucs.
I mean, like, being realistic though, with yourself, do you think this is like the best team you guys have had? in like the last 5 years.
I wouldn't even say this is the best team we've had in the last 5 years, but I think this is just the most. I feel like this is just the most like unified, the most like
unified.
I think this is just the most like Saints team we've had in the last. Like that makes sense. Like I think
without
everybody has bought into the program this year of Jameis being the quarterback, of Alec Kamara being the running back, of MT being. I think everybody's like, this is the year. Everybody's coming back. This is our year, and I know. I trust me. I feel something. Bro. Like no, like. Oh. I've never felt this way about a season before, dude. Like the last time I got butterflies like this, some bullshit happened on like in the NFC Championship. I have never gotten butterflies like this. Like this is going to be the year. Like
so, okay, let's just say, for example, the Saints do fall off. Just for like our viewers' perspectives, like the Saints do fall off. They only win like 7 games this year, right? Hypothetically. Are you gonna say we need to rebuild, or are you gonna go in like that was bullshit and we're gonna win the Super Bowl next year?
I mean, it definitely depends on like how we win the 7 games. Like if we get injured, if we always injuries again, or I mean, if injuries again, then no, I'm not gonna say we need to just straight up rebuild. But if it's like it's with the team, is we just straight up lost with all these pieces, or straight up we just weren't winning. Then, I mean, hey, cut the.
We'll see what some teams do is like when they have injuries for so many years. They go and they replace those players that get injured. Like, for example, the Niners went and got Trey for Jimmy. Or would you be the type of GM to just say, fuck it, you have the excuse of injury, and you'll just keep going at it with the same team?
I mean, if I had to choice between Jimmy or Trey, I would pick Jimmy. Me personally, like injuries or not, you know what I mean? But I don't.
I mean, what makes you say that? Like,
that's tough.
Jimmy G is he's a winner in this league.
Yeah, but a quarterback who can also do everything that man can do, but throw it deep and run the ball like crazy.
Trey Lance has never won a playoff game, so he can do everything that Jimmy G has.
He's got to prove himself. We'll see. It's gonna be exciting.
Well, Jameis hasn't either.
Okay, well, I think Jameis is gonna be. Jameis has won a few playoff games. Maybe not starting.
Oh.
He's on a few.
Okay, well, Jimmy's won a few Super Bowls then as a backup, and he's a backup this year, so.
I mean, he has won a few Super Bowls back. I mean, it's like a fact, but.
Jesus. Hey, we're excited, though. We got week 1 tomorrow. We got Thursday night football.
Sir.
Bills versus Rams.
Real quick before we all get off, what's the Thursday night predictions? Who we winning, Bills or Rams? Who's winning Thursday night?
Damn, that's tough. I'm going. So is in LA?
I think so.
Let me check. Even if it doesn't matter who it is, it's in LA. I think the Bills are gonna win week 1. Personally, in LA, in front of everyone, big lights, primetime game. This is usually where the Bills stand out.
I'm taking.
They fly under the radar sometimes, but big primetime games that they come to play. And sometimes, also simultaneously, the big the Rams, they sometimes could look a little nervous. So we'll see. It's a new season, though. I think the Bills though still starting off the season strong.
If y'all want to make money, Rams money line.
Rams
take the under and lock it in.
So you think the Rams are gonna win? Money line just means win. You think the Rams are winning?
I've seen the Rams against mobile quarterbacks the last few years. They have it figured out. They've been clamping up Russ and Kyler for the last few years.
Right. So I got the Bills. Michael got the Rams. And Lou, to finish up, who you got tomorrow?
Me personally, I'm gonna take the Bills. I think they're just gonna come out hungry this year. I think the Rams will just come out like, you know what I mean. It's gonna be a Super Bowl thing. So I think they're gonna come out a little bit more relaxed. Their family's gonna be there. They're gonna be all happy. You know what I mean? Just not in the football mindset, so to say. I mean, I think it's gonna take for a little bit for like the grease to get going. I think the Bills are gonna come in like, fuck these niggas. You know what I mean? Like we finna run them. You know what I mean? Like I think that's what it's gonna be.
We will see. Only time will tell.
Great episode though, you guys. You know what I mean? Like this was a great episode.
Yep.
Couple bad lists today. I'm not gonna lie.
Huh.
Hey, you guys let me learn.
The worst one, the last one.
The last one was very biased. I mean, fans, you gotta realize he actually. I don't know if he actually believes it or not, but he's trying to say faithful. It's more of a character that he plays.
My favorite team, man.
So I mean, I had my favorite team at 4, but they just came from the NFC Championship, which was the last 4 teams.
I had my 4 too.
My team got Lamar Jackson, and plus all of our big pieces coming back. So we'll see.
I might have had my 6. Let me see.
We'll see. Hey, but this was another great episode. Appreciate all the other everyone who watches it back. We appreciate y'all. This is Outside the Park coming at you with another video. This was just our freaking our power rankings week 1 predictions and power rankings NFL. We got it tomorrow. Hope y'all are ready and excited because we are ready for football season.
We bring another episode before Sunday, man. Come on, we gotta lock it in, bro.
This is Outside
before Sunday.
Subscribe for this new episode. No cap. Subscribe.
Push the bell.
If I see more than 20 viewers this episode, and I still have how many subscribers we have? Like 10?
9? I think we're at 9.
I swear to I'm going to lose composure. Press that red button, bro.
Click it.
You guys get notified when we go live, so you guys can chill.
Yes, sir.